Welcome to MSC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluence states of Nigeria. I am Sharifat Mohammed. The headlines. President Buhari commends Nigerian Air Force for living up to its constitutional responsibilities in securing the nation. Governor YAHAYA BELLO has approved the appointment of 10 new permanent secretaries. Education is my priority, says Senate President AHMAD LAWAN. And federal government appoints 10-man committee to run basket federation in Nigeria. Now the news in detail. The President Muhammadu Buhari Monday in Kano lauded the Nigerian Air Force for living up to its constitutional responsibilities of securing the nation, and in the process justifying the investment of the government of the day in challenge. Buhari, who spoke at the ceremony parade to commemorate the Air Force 58th anniversary, said the force had transformed into a formidable entity, ready to confront immediate and future challenges. This is contained in a statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, titled, "You have justified government investment in the last 7 years." President Buhari tells Nigeria Air Force at 58. The president was quoted as saying that it gives him great pleasure to be there to felicitate with them on the Nigerian Air Force 58th anniversary celebration. This is particularly because the Nigerian Air Force has over these 58 years transformed to a formidable and resilient Air Force that is positioned to effectively tackle both contemporary and future security challenges. The president noted that on assumption of office in 2015, he promised to equip and reprofessionalize their armed forces to perform their constitutional responsibilities more effectively, adding that he has therefore demonstrated the required political will and leadership as well as committed resources towards capacity building and reprofessionalizing of the armed forces. Today, he can say confidentially that the armed forces have indeed witnessed tremendous improvements in the past 7 years. In particular, the provision of modern equipment and personal motivation through enhanced welfare are also ongoing. He observed that the provision of modern equipment and personal motivation like the Super Tucanos and the Augusta helicopter gunships, among others, had greatly helped turn the tide in the fight against terrorists and other non-state actors. Buhari therefore assured Nigerians that his government will continue to provide more platforms such as the big craft, some modern helicopter gunships and UAV for the Nigerian Air Force to enable it to man our airspace more efficiently. Rest assured that as a government, they are willing to do even more to ensure the provision of the requisite support and encouragement to overcome various security challenges. He commended the Minister of Defense, the Chief of the Defense Staff, the service chiefs, as well as the leadership of the security agencies for doing their jobs well, charging them to remain committed, steadfast, and resolute as he forged ahead to achieve a secure, peaceful, and more prosperous Nigeria. Kogi State Governor YAHAYA BELLO has approved the appointment of 10 new permanent secretaries to replace those who recently retired from the civil service of Kogi State. In a press statement signed by the head of civil service, Odiyo Ohana, the new permanent secretaries are Obadaki Zainab David from Adavi, Yakubu Dele Musa from Ampawan, Andy Modupe Stella Maris Ijumu, and Audu Alame Ida. Others are Idokoene Joselesin Igalamela Odulu, Moreyewa Adeniyi Matthew Kababunu, Isa Hussein Sule Kogi, Adebola Isaiah Toluwa Ogorimagongo, Ojodu Benjamin Ike Ibaji and Razak Falilat Yaba East. The head of civil service appreciated the governor for these new appointments and other kind of welfare gestures to civil servants, which have boosted their morale in the state. She congratulated the newly appointed permanent secretaries and enjoined them to brace up to the confidence reposed in them by being loyal to the administration of YAHAYA BELLO and be dedicated in the performance of their new duties. The Osamewe of Ondo Kingdom, Oba Victor Kiladejo, has inaugurated the Board of Trustees of his Osamewe Youth Empowerment Foundation. The event took place at the Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, during a royal fellowship with members of the Osamewe Palace Forum. Members of the board include Richard Akitunde, SAN as the chairman, Felix Oladujoye, Olanubi Enita, Professor Augustine Adui Lemi, Dr. Nelson Osubemiro, Wole Benson, Dr. Sheyi Roberts, and Dr. Similade Kiladejo. Oba Kiladejo, in his address at the event, said he wants to salute all citizens of Ondo Kingdom for putting a mark of history on the map of Ondo Kingdom, putting in place the right vision and establishing purposeful mission, culminating in the culture of excellence in the kingdom. The king charged the newly inaugurated BOT members of the foundation to try their best to put use of the town on an enviable global pedestal. This was as he appreciated the chairman of Access Bank PLC, Dr. Dere Awosika, for her commitment and anticipated support to the foundation. Lamenting the challenges facing youth of the town, the king said, "There is no doubt that there are real challenges around them, with over 55% of their population being youth, yet economic opportunities are limited. As a consequence, too many lives fail to reach their potential." The Chief Executive Officer of Ore Industrial Park, Dr. Femi Akinkuwebe, also made a presentation on the forthcoming Ondo Development and Economic Summit, which is expected to culminate in the establishment of the Ondo City Industrial Park and Eki Digital Hub. A non-governmental organization, Global Peace Development, implementing a European Union-funded peace-building initiative in conjunction with the British Council managing conflict in Nigeria, has said it is targeting to train 5,000 persons on peace education in 10 violent-prone communities of Guyok and Lamud local government area of Adamawa State. A non-governmental organization, Global Peace Development, implementing a European Union-funded peace-building initiative in conjunction with the British Council managing conflict in Nigeria, has said it is targeting to train 5,000 persons on peace education in 10 violent-prone communities of Guyuk and Lamude local government areas of Adamawa State. The initiative has as its main objective the promotion of peaceful coexistence in communities ravaged by conflict. Guyuk and Lamude, two councils selected for the pilot scheme in Adamawa State because of their history of violent conflict due to farmer and elder clashes, youth restiveness, and intercommunal conflicts, have been responsible for the training of over 2,000 women and youth in peace education, according to the GPD Executive Director, Ebruke Esike, on Monday. Esike, who also identified reconciliation, tolerance, forgiveness, and honesty as important ingredients for peace coexistence, added that experts in peace and security studies drawn from the academia offered the training to women and youth during community outreach on mitigating inter-ethnic conflict and peace building. He said this engagement is implemented by GPD Foundation in conjunction with various women and youth groups, with funding support from the European Union. It is a 5-month-long activity seeking to foster peaceful coexistence within communities fractured by conflict in the states. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back. And on politics, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan has stated that one of his priorities, if voted as the president, is to reform the education sector. Lawan stated this while speaking to delegates in Minna, the Niger state capital, ahead of the All Progressive Congress primary. The Senate President stated that he benefited immensely from the educational system of the country. Therefore, there is a need to revamp the system. He said they have to educate their youth and give them the best education at primary and secondary school as future leaders. He will reform the educational system, the opportunity to develop the country. He added that to overcome the security challenges bedeviling the country, education has to be prioritized. Lawan said, "For our tomorrow to be better and our today peaceful, we have to educate our youth, give them the best possible education, and make our public schools very stable." Lawan explained that he is competent, capable, and experienced to take Nigeria out of its present predicament like poverty and insecurity bedeviling the nation. They need to consider their architecture of security, and he believes in seizing participation in security. He wants to see a situation where citizens who give information are protected and traditional institutions play a role in the security of the country. That will be his priority to build on the success of Buhari. Ahead of the presidential primary of the People's Democratic Party scheduled for May 28 and 29, former Sokoto Commissioner for Finance Abdulsamad Dasuku has urged the PDP delegates to the National Convention to vote the Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwal. Dasuku said Tambuwal had not only demonstrated ample possession of the qualities Nigeria needed in a president at this time in its history, he had also shown that he had capacity to win the presidency for the party. Speaking with newsmen after emerging as the PDP candidate for Kebbi, Tambuwal Federal Constituency, Dasuku said, Governor Tambuwal has demonstrated the character that Nigeria needs in a president, especially at this time when the country is in their need of a unifier and transformational leader. Dasuki also recalled the recent claim by Dino Melaye that another PDP presidential aspirant, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, had an assured 11 million votes, which he scored in the 2019 presidential election won by President Muhammadu Buhari. Dasuki said that was the lowest vote recorded by any PDP presidential candidate since 1999. Dasuki recalled that when Atiku flew the flag of the Action Congress in 2007, he recorded a partly 2 million votes compared to PDP Aduwa's 24 million votes. Dasuki further noted that in his campaign, Tambuwal has diligently engaged the subject of restructuring, devolution of power, and true federalism in general. This is a fundamental change the country needs now that the current political structure is failing at an alarming rate, and they can all see it. He has engaged this subject quite studiously, even when many of the aspirants are stylishly avoiding it. According to him, perhaps this is why Tambuwal has been on a winning streak since he started to participate in elections. People's Democratic Party candidates for the 3 senatorial districts of Kwara State have emerged after the primary elections held in the respective districts on Monday. All the 3 candidates emerged through consensus arrangements and affirmation by the party delegates at the primary supervised by officials from the Independent National Electoral Commission. In Kwara Central, a journalist and former Minister of Sports and Youth Development, Bolaji Abdullahi, emerged as a candidate to contest the senatorial district seat election. He is entering the race with intimidating credentials, having served as the State Commissioner for Education and Special Advisor to former Governor Bukola Saraki on strategy, as well as the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Also in Kwara North, a former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Issa Bawa, also claimed the ticket to contest for the senatorial seat. Meanwhile, a 2019 governorship aspirant of the PDP, Ibrahim Aja, emerged at the party's primary election for Asa Ilori West Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives. Results from Ilori East and Ilori South constituency of the House of Representatives primary showed that a former member of the House of Representatives, Wahab Issa, polled 36 votes to beat 3 other contestants in the primary election. Hassan Oyeleke, former majority leader in the Kwara House of Assembly, emerged through consensus for Ifelodu of Oyu Federal House of Representatives seat, while Dare Bankole emerged through consensus for Irepodu Isin Ekiti, Okeoro Federal House of Representatives seat. Idris Musa Buku emerged through consensus for Barutin Kayama Federal Constituency, and Bello Olatunde Emmanuel in Maitru consensus for Edo Moro Patigi Federal Constituency. And on crime, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Imo State Command, has expressed concern over the high prevalence of drug abuse and other related crimes in the state. NDLEA said that the consumption of hard drugs in the state has doubled in the past 6 months in the state. The state commander, Ruben Ape, made the disclosure at the conferment of an ambassadorial award to an anti-hard drug crusade. Mike Ikeowo, Chief Executive Officer of Boss Radio, Owerri, in recognition of his efforts in assisting the agency to fight drug intake. Ape, who blamed the situation mainly on lack of employment and human capacity development opportunities, both in the state and across the country, urged stakeholders in the state to partner in efforts aimed at tackling the menace. He warned that if actions were not taken urgently to curb the vice, the society will struggle to maintain sanity and stability, especially among the young people and future generations. He said, "Today they are here to honor Mike Ikeowo for his fervent media campaign through his medium, Boss Radio, against drug abuse and other related vices, especially among the youth in Imo State." From their records, Boss Radio runs a jingle on this over 100 times per day, and this for them deserves commendation. Responding, Ikeowo appreciated the NDLEA for the recognition and assured of his continued support and commitment for a better Nigerian and human society at large. Let's join Jonah Malik for our sports update.
And on sports update, the Sports Ministry has appointed an interim management committee to oversee Nigerian basketball following a 2-year ban on international basketball. The latest move by the government could, however, draw the eye of the world body FIBA, who frown against third-party interference in the administration of basketball in member federations. Sports Minister Sunday Dare, through the ministry's permanent secretary Ismaila Abubakar, has stated 2 weeks ago that the President Muhammadu Buhari has given approval with immediate effect to withdraw Nigeria from international basketball competition for a period of 2 years following the lingering leadership rift in the Nigerian Basketball Federation. The minister added that the withdrawal was part of the government's effort to revamp the sport from the grassroots, as well as put an end to the crisis that has rocked the NBBF. He added that the committee would be set up to oversee basketball leagues in the country. On Monday, the ministry, through a statement signed by its director, Press and Press Relations, Mohammed Manga, confirmed that the committee had been set up. The list includes Dr. Henry Nzekwe, Udom Ubom Humampwa, Frank Jatubo, Zenith Bank representative Professor Adamu Ahmed, Peter Nelson, Group Captain Rihanatu Garba, Aderemi Aderomi, Oluchi Nzekwe, and Sani Adio Sam. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thanks for the update, Jonah. And that's the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. Friday 9 p.m. Local Government and You. Saturday 7 p.m. Family Affairs. 9 p.m. Political Arena and Women's World Sunday by 6 p.m. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Sharifat Mohammed. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day and thanks for watching.